partner training for our team. My name's Abel Prieto, and I'm coming to you live from Miami, Florida. For those of you who don't know, I just spent a month and a half in Europe, and I tend to do that. I'm usually in Miami a month and a half, 2 months, and then I'll be a month and a half, sometimes 2 months in Europe. So I'm in Europe about half the year. The other half I'm here in the beautiful state of Florida, the free state of Florida. I love Florida. I'm in Miramar, Florida. Let's just call it Miami. It's right north of Miami in Broward County. And man, we're excited to share with you what we're going to share with you today. So over the last month and a half, I've been to Croatia. I've been to Spain, Mallorca, because I have an apartment there. From Mallorca, I went to Denia, Spain, which is right by Alicante, close to Valencia, Spain. Spain is such an amazing country, so many incredible places to visit. If you haven't been to Spain, you got to go to Spain as soon as possible. I know most of you have been there. And then from there, I went to, we did a meeting with our team from Denia, Javier Gomez, brand new senior marketing director with us. And then I did a leadership retreat with Jonathan Diaz, board of directors, and some of the international directors and above in that part of our organization. Then I went back to Mallorca, and then from Mallorca I went to Bulgaria to be with the Romanian team, and then from Bulgaria I went back to Mallorca, and then I went to London, and then now I'm back in Miami. But while we were in Bulgaria, I brought in a guest speaker, which thanks to Radar, I had the privilege of meeting, which is Stavros. Stavros is from Cyprus. Some of you know that I got involved with Life Mastery Trainings, LMT, which is a self-development training company with Mark Cassetta, which is one of the best trainers I've ever met in all of direct sales and network marketing. He was a big time corporate guy with World Ventures, a company that some of you are aware of. He was their corporate trainer, and a lot of the success that World Ventures had as a company, the culture that they created there, and the training that they had, and the meetings and the events that they would put together, was thanks to, in great part, to Mark Cassetta, who's now become a very good friend of mine. I'm part of a mastermind group that they set up with Life Mastery. It's called The Club, and Mark Cassetta is in the club. So I received mentorship and guidance from him, as he's one of my coaches. Mark Cassetta has been a 7-figure income earner in network marketing and has taken a different road now and become a coach and a public speaker. And part of the club is it gives me access to Stavros, Monaco, and George, and them together with Mark Cassetta. They are the four founders of Life Mastery. Soon we'll be bringing Life Mastery over here to the States, but it's really given me a chance to not only learn and grow as a person. I've been in network marketing for over 20 years. I've been an entrepreneur since I was 20 years old. And, sometimes you kind of think you know it all, or you think you've seen it all, you've heard it all, you know it all. But really, through my affiliation to Life Mastery trainings and the meetings and the events and the webinars and seminars that they put together, thanks to the introduction that Radar, who heads up our team from the Scandinavian nations of the world, from Sweden and Norway, he's a regional director with us. I've been able to really plug into their training system. And not only that, I'm doing it to not only learn and grow more, because as you know, it's a wise man once said, it's what you learn after you know everything that really makes a difference. And I've really learned a lot, but I've also do it I've also done it to just connect with great people, to connect with great minds and great leaders and people that in many ways are bigger than me and better than me and know things that I don't know. So I've done it for the knowledge. I've done it for the ability to connect with people. And it really has been a great experience. And while I was in Bulgaria with our Romanian team, Sonica, who's a brand new international director, originally from Romania, and spent a lot of time in Spain. She put that event together. It was about 250 people from Romania, that most of them bust in from Romania to Bulgaria. It was my first time in Bulgaria. Interesting place. I didn't really get to see much of it. We were in a really nice all-inclusive resort. I saw some of the water, I saw some of the mountains. The people were great. The food was great. The service was great. The resort was great. Really, I was there to I was invited to be a guest speaker at that event, along with Claudio, who's also an international director, part of Sonica's team. Sonica is actually about to become an executive director. She probably will be the next executive director in our organization. She's to be an executive director, you have to do 250,000 in qualified production in your organization, right? No more than 40% coming from one leg. So she's been developing wide. She's got several teams that are doing really, really well. And she's qualifying, I think, at around 225,000 a month in production. So she's right at executive director. She's a great leader, a great person, a person that's been through a lot in her life. One day I'll invite her to be our guest speaker. But then as a result of that meeting, I invited Stavros, which is one of the co-founders of Life Mastery. And Stavros was our other guest speaker. And he did a training in Bulgaria that I want to share with you guys today. It's about a 22-minute training. I want to ask you to do something. Pay attention. Pay attention. You know, one of the three keys that Mark Aceta always talks to us about, which again, Mark Aceta, former 7-figure income earner. I think he did it in 2 companies. Now one of the owners of Life Mastery Trainings, gives me private coaching and mentorship in a mastermind group of 7 of us called The Club. You know, one of the 3 key ingredients that he says that his mentor taught him, which was an 8-figure income earner in the world of marketing, was, get excited, pay attention, and never give up. So I want to ask you to pay attention. I want to play a video, and sometimes I know that when we play videos during webinars, some of us, lose a little bit of, but I want to ask you to really pay attention. Stavros, who was a big leader at World Ventures, which is a company that no longer is around. The owners made some mistakes. They diversified too soon. Actually, one of the companies that we looked at when we launched InCruises was, we said, okay, who's the #1 company in network marketing in the world of travel? And it was World Ventures. They were kind of coming towards the end. They had been around for 10 years. They made some bad decisions, no fault of Mark Aceta. From what I understand, it was other things, right? But we looked at World Ventures, and they were the dominant figure in network marketing in the travel space, which was, we were coming into network marketing in the travel space. They actually at their peak, they were $1 billion company. A lot of you are here. You used to be with World Ventures, which, by the way, I want to tell you, there's a lot of people that used to be with World Ventures that are still looking for something. They're still looking for a great opportunity. They're looking for something solid. I mean, if I were you, I'd really kind of maybe focus some of my prospecting and networking efforts on locating some great people that used to be part of World Ventures. Radar it used to be World Ventures. He was one of the biggest leaders in the Scandinavian nations with World Ventures. Like I said, they ended up being $1 billion company, made some mistakes, some bad decisions, but some bad choices. And trust me, your company, our company, InCruises, is going to make none of those bad decisions or bad choices. Trust me, we're wise. They say that a smart person learns from his or her mistakes. A wise person learns from the mistakes of others. And we know what went wrong, but they were onto something. And we believe that we're onto something here. I mean, I don't know if you guys seen our April numbers, but our April numbers just last month, you guys need to look at those numbers, what InCruises is doing, like 28,000 people registered. I don't remember the exact numbers now. I don't have the slide with me here. I think like 18,000 new members, 8,000 new partners, like 7,000 or 8,000 people, upgraded or re-upgraded to partner, which is what we got to do every 6 months with the $95. Over 10,000, almost 11,000 people are now membership free at InCruises. And, we did 200 million in revenue last year, 205 million in revenue last year. And I shared some of those numbers with you last week when we were doing the training, and I talked about what's going on in the UK. I would look at the UK. That's a pretty interesting market to grow your business. Figure out ways to get into that market. But, if I were you, I'd want to maybe locate and talk to some of these people that used to be with World Ventures that are still looking for something in the travel space, something in the network marketing arena, a lot like Radar. Radar was a big leader in that company. Radar, thanks for being here, buddy. And yeah, Stavros is great. And we brought in Stavros as our guest speaker. And let me tell you what this guy has done, because I want to play a video. So he did a training for us in Bulgaria. And it was, I want to tell you something, it was one of the most impactful trainings that I've been to in a very long time. And he talked about the simplicity of our business and how it is that a lot of times we complicate it too much. You and I, we complicate it too much. We get our people so boggled down. And man, I come from Primerica. I was in financial services. It's like there was no way to uncomplicate it. I mean, it's a financial services business. I come from teaching people financial concepts about mutual funds and 401ks and 403bs and TSAs and annuities and variable annuities and cash value insurance and whole life insurance and universal life and variable life and term life and, you know, annual renewable term and decreasing term and level term and you know, IRAs and Roth IRAs and traditional IRAs and tax, pre-tax and after tax and tax deferral and, you know, tax-free and, you know, complicated financial concepts. It was almost impossible to not keep it complicated because it was a complicated product. I mean, we're talking about financial services, you know, maybe after medicine, you know, the most complicated industry is financial services. And I was in a direct sales / network marketing / multi-level marketing company within financial services, Primerica. They've been around since 1977. They're still around. You know, everyone that says they can't do it, they keep doing it. And they're on the New York Stock Exchange, PRI. They're trading over $200 some a share. They used to be part of Citigroup. And I built a business in that sector with hundreds and hundreds of licensed agents where I had to teach them those concepts. And then now I'm here at Incruises and it's so much more simpler. And yet still, for some reason, you and I sometimes, maybe not you, we tend to complicate this too much. And Stavros really reminded me that if you stick to the basics, to really one of the most important thing that you and I can do in network marketing, you can have a ton of success. And then the rest of the stuff comes later. And he was talking about the power of the invitation, how it is that you have to get really good at inviting and teaching your people how to invite, and how duplication works as a result of that. And for those of us who consider ourselves intelligent or smart or quasi or semi-intelligent or smart, you know, sometimes, you know, we complicate it too much. You know, I remember one of my mentors and coaches and one of the guys that I looked up to the most that really changed my life, which was Art Williams, the founder of Primerica. You know, he talked about, you know, really keeping it simple, you know, just keeping things simple, because we are in the duplication business. You and I, we are in the duplication business, and we have a simple product. You put in $100, you get 200 reward points. We're doubling your money. The catch is you gotta use it for travel, and then you can build a business around that. Sorry, I got a hair in my mouth. Okay, so you can build a business around that, and sometimes we complicate it too much. You know, our willingness to say, man, I hate smart people, you know, and I know it's a little extreme. I'm not telling you that if you're smart, you should be hated, or if you've got smart people on your team, you should be hated, or you should hate them. But man, smart people, you know, we tend to complicate things. We tend to make things a little too complex when they're not. And Stavros, who, by the way, was a 7-figure income earner in World Ventures, he came in and he did a training for us in Bulgaria. And then I said to him, wow, Stavros, that's one of the best trainings I've seen in a long time. And he says, Abel, we have it recorded. You know, I'm part of, you know, a membership within Life Mastery where I pay, you know, a monthly membership, and I have access to online courses and tools and resources, which are bar none some of the best I've seen in a long time. He says, Abel, this training that I just gave you guys, I did this years ago at World Ventures, and we've got a recording as, you know, part of the archives in our back office. which is pretty awesome. So I went back and I looked at it, and it's crazy because he did this training years ago, and when he duplicated it in Bulgaria, it was basically like the same training. There are some things that are not there that I want to try to give you today, but I want you guys to really look at this training, and I want you to pay attention. 3 rules. Number 1, get excited. Get excited about your future. Get excited about your business. Get excited about your team. Get excited about your dreams, your vision, your mission. Get excited about your product. Get excited about where you're headed. Number 2, pay attention. That's what Marcus had to teach us, right? That's what his mentor taught him. Pay attention. You got to pay attention. And then number 3, never give up. Today, I want to ask you to pay attention. So Stavros was a 7-figure income earner with World Ventures. This guy did something really incredible, and he shared a lot about his story, and there's no way I can duplicate it for you guys here today. You have to be in Bulgaria. That's why it's always so important to make it to events, right? Because there's 2 things you got to do in business, right? In our business, you got to row with 2 paddles, right? So imagine that you're in a canoe, right? Imagine that you're in a canoe, and all you do is steer with 1 paddle, with 1 row, right? With 1, what do you call it? A paddle, no? I know paddle boats have paddles. Canoes, anyone help me out here? Last time I was in a canoe, I was in Canada. I fell in a semi-frozen lake with Jonathan Diaz, and life has never been the same. But when you're in a canoe, you know, you have the rows, right? You got to row your boat, right? Or your paddles, whatever you want to call it. And when you're paddling, imagine in our business, you get to paddle with 2 paddles, with 2 rows. One of them is self-improvement, self-development, coming to training, coming to webinars. And the other one is action, like taking the daily actions, you know, taking the knowledge that we give you and applying it to your business. If all you do is row with one of those rows, are you guys even paying attention to me? Because I'm asking for the answer here. Hello? What is it? Is it a paddle? Is it a row? Is it what's it called? Come on, somebody help me out. Marlon, I see your writing. All right, I see more and more people logging in. Awesome, awesome. Yes, oars. Yes, Michael, thank you. Michael's a lifesaver. So if you row with 1 oar, what happens? If all you do is row with 1 oar, you go in circles, right? And if you row with the other oar, but only that one, what do? You go in circles. So what happens to a lot of us, as I introduced to you this video that I want you to watch and pay attention to, is a lot of us, sometimes we row with the oar of self-development, self-improvement, training, right? You're in the webinars, you're going to the webinars, the seminars, you're in the back office and you're doing that, but you're not rowing with the other one, which is action, activity, daily, you know, disciplines, working a schedule, making the phone calls, inviting people, prospecting, getting people in front of a presentation. But you're not doing that. You're just doing this one. What are you doing? You're going in circles. And then what happens when you go in circles with that oar? Well, you never make money. You learn a lot, but you never make money. And then when you don't make money and you don't have results and you're not becoming membership free and you're not getting, you know, ranks, you're not moving up, you get tired, you get discouraged, and you do what? You do what a lot of people do, which is they quit. I have yet to see a person in network marketing who is making money and being successful that quits, unless it's for some kind of legal reason or some kind of weird thing. I mean, 99% of the time, if you're having success, if you're growing, if you're building a business, if you're making money, and there's nothing wrong with making money, we're here to make money. We're here to make money by helping people, because if we want to change our family's future and our lives, we have to make money. We have to generate income. You know, money is the way the rich keep score. It's you have to become successful, and money is nothing but a measurement of the value that you're offering the consumer, right? So if you believe in your product and you offer a lot of value to your consumer, you're going to make a lot of money, whether you want to or not. If you don't want it, send it my way, I'll take it. But if you don't make money, chances are eventually you quit, right? Because you're only you're rowing with that 1 oar. Then a lot of other people, they don't do self-development, they don't do self-improvement, they don't read the books, they don't plug into the webinars or the seminars or the audios or the videos, and they're just, I'm just gonna work. And since they're not working on their brain, they're not working on themselves, they're not growing as leaders, as people, they're not strengthening themselves, because garbage in, garbage out, good stuff in, good stuff out. A lot of times they just work, and they work themselves to death, and they get overcooked, and they end up quitting because they're not working on themselves. And while they do that, all they're doing is they're going in circles. They're going in circles, right? So you got to roll with both oars. When you roll with both oars, you don't move in circles, you move forward. So one of the things that you guys are doing today is rolling with that oar, the self-improvement, self-development oar. But I want to ask you to pay attention. And then I want to tell you how you can apply this in your business. But Stavros is a gentleman who grew a business of over 500,000 people in his network marketing company. And his first year in the business, he went out and he got 150 wide. He got 150 directs. Listen, I don't know what your philosophy is to building your business. I'm not telling you that you got to go get 150 wide. I'm just telling you that if you do that, nothing bad's going to happen. But Stavros went and got 150,000 wide. I feel so great when I talk about my business. I've got 50,000 people. Stavros had 500,000 people in his organization. And then he taught us the main ingredients of how that happened. And he talked about inviting and how it is that really all we need to get good at, and all we need to teach our people to get good at, and the framework of that and the way that works. But really it's about inviting, getting people great at inviting people. And this guy had an organization that was 10 times the size of mine and grew faster because he had a duplicable system, a duplicable, simple system. And if you want to do something great at In-Cruises, and if you want to help a lot of people, and if you want to change your life, you got to have a simple, duplicable system. So what I want to do with you today is I want to share that video. I want to share my screen. Watch it. It's about 20 minutes long. And then at the end, we're going to come back and talk about, some key ingredients to developing the ability to invite, which is very simple, and duplicating that in your business. I want to talk to you about that, right? So you guys ready? Let me know if you're ready. Let me know if you are ready. Pay attention. Number 1, get excited. Number 2, pay attention. Number 3, never give up. So that's what we're going to do now. Let me share this video with you. Pay attention. It's about 22 minutes long. Pay attention, because if you duplicate this, which is what I'm working on, and I've kind of done this already, but I haven't been too serious about it. And there are people that have grown and increased this business that have kind of done this, but have not been too serious about it. And they're board of directors. Even though they've complicated things, they've still done it. If you and I do this, then we could collapse time frames. If you get it, pay attention. If you pay attention, you're going to get it. Here we go. I want to ask you to confirm that you can hear it. You should be able to listen to it because I tested it a little while ago. So I'll come back to the chat and confirm.
Who's ready to learn? Who's ready to learn? We'll see.
Can you guys verify that you can hear that?
Duplication.
Verify that you
I'm
can
going to
hear
give you
that?
4 rules. Please write them down. 4 rules how you create duplication. Number 1, you need to be able to teach the 5 skills.
Take notes,
So
guys.
number
Take
1
notes. The 5
is
skills.
inviting. Skill number 2, presenting. Number 3, closing. Number 4, training. Number 5, promoting. Inviting, presenting, closing, training, promoting. So rule number 1 for duplication, you need to be able, you need to know how to teach the 5 skills. Rule number 2, if you want to create duplication, you need to find the leader. That's the easiest way to create duplication. That's the easiest way to duplicate yourself, to find a leader. People are asking me, who are we looking for? What are the characteristics of a leader? So, a leader must be ethical. These are the people that I am looking for. He must be ethical. That's my number one characteristic. If I'm looking for a leader, first thing that I want to see is that he's ethical. Number two, hungry. He needs to be hungry. Number three, coachable. And number four, hard worker. These are the four characteristics that I'm looking for. You need to be ethical, hungry, coachable, and hard worker. Let's go to rule number three. If you want to create duplication, as I already told you, you need to find the leader, but you need to be able to build without the leader. You build through with everybody. And I'm gonna explain all these rules, okay? Just write them down and I'm gonna explain them one by one. So, rule number three is that you need to be able to build through. You have to build through with everybody, and I'm gonna explain what does this mean. You have to build with the leader. So you build through with everybody. Everyone who gets into your team, you build through. You build with the leader. And rule number four, the four-step process. Marcus, as I told it yesterday, tell, show, watch, and go. Four-step process to create duplication. Tell, show, watch, and go. Do we have the rules written on the paper? Yes, are we ready? So right now I'm going to show you how I create duplication through these four rules. Let's say that today I have a new customer in my team. So let's say that I got Mario. And this is his first day. Mario just signed in today. It's his first day as a customer of World Ventures. What am I going to do his first day? Yes, you can give it up for Mario. So, marketing director from Germany. So, what am I going to do with Mario? You know, it's very simple. What some people do, they go and they say, hey, Mario, I will teach you how you do this business on his first day, and I will teach you how to invite. I will teach you how to present, so you'll become the best presenter. I will teach you how to close. I will teach you how to train your people. I will teach you how to promote. First day. How many of you believe that Mario can learn all these on his first day? How many of you believe that he can learn all these on his first day? Even Einstein cannot learn all this on his first day. So I need to keep it simple. First thing that I'm going to do, I'm going to use what we call BAM FAM. That's my priority. What's BAM FAM? Book a meeting from a meeting. So if you just sign in, what I'm going to do, I'm not going to leave, the appointment if I don't have booked our next meeting. So I'm going to say, hey, brother, thank you for trusting me. Thank you for your trust. We will build something big together. The only thing that I'm going to ask you is to give me 1%, just 1%. I don't care if you're my brother and you trust me 100%. I want only 1% of your trust, and let me win the rest 99%. Are you okay with that? Of course, he said. So tomorrow, let me know when you have 30 minutes to have an appointment together and show you a plan on how to win big. 3 o'clock. So BAM FAM, book a meeting from a meeting. Now, on our first appointment, I'm going to teach him two things. Number one, I'm going to show him the websites and the application. It drives me crazy if you teach people what to do in the business and you never showed them the website or the application. You need to increase their faith, their belief level. They need to see what they bought. So number one thing, I'm going to show websites, application. Number two, I'm going to ask him for list and invitation. So I'm going to ask him, hey, do you know 5-10 people that they love traveling or they want to make extra money? I know more than this. Second question that I'm going to do. Okay, do you have 5 or 10 people that you trust, you respect, and you love more than others? Let me ask you one critical question. If someone was going to call you from your contacts, from your friends, to join World Ventures, who are the people that you're going to say yes because you trust, love, and respect? So you have a lot of contacts, right? To some people, if they show you World Ventures, let's say that you are not a member. If some people are going to come and show you World Ventures, to some people you will say no because you don't trust, love, and respect them. And to some others you are going to say yes, right? Who are the people that you are going to say yes? Write them on a piece of paper. This is his first list. The people that he trusts, love, and respect more. This is his first list. Now, I'm going to teach him how to invite. That's the first thing that I want to do. I'm going to teach him how to invite with the 4-step process. You remember rule number 4? 4-step process? So I will tell him how to invite. I will tell him how to invite, and then I'm going to show him. Let me tell you how I show people how to invite. I will either invite in front of him or I will do a role play. I prefer inviting in front of him. So I will say, hey, I will show you how you invite. I will get someone from my list and I will invite in front of you right now. So I already told him, right? Now I'm showing him how to invite. So I pick up my phone, I'm inviting somebody and he's watching. It doesn't matter if the invitation is successful or not. I did it. This is what I want him to do. So after the invitation, I will say, can you do the same thing? If he said yes, I will say, do it. Now I am watching him inviting. And let's say that you can do the same thing. Can you do the same thing? So can you invite somebody and bring somebody to me? One of your friends, go and bring somebody. Now he invited somebody. Listen, what I want to do, I want him, the first day, I want him to be an inviter. I will be a presenter and a closer for him. Can you get that? So he invited. I will do the presentation. I will close for him. And you know what I'm going to do after that? I will go back to Mario. I will tell him, okay, go and get someone else. Keep inviting. And let's say that Kostas already signed in. You know what I'm going to do? Exactly the same thing that I did with Mario. What do we call that? Build through. So I'm not expecting Mario to do it. I'm going to do it. I'm going to build through. So I'm going to go to Kostas and I'm going to do exactly the same thing. List and inviting. Exactly the same thing. So I will teach him how to invite and then I will say, can you do the same thing that I did? You remember, tell, show, watch. It's not my time to go yet, okay? So tell, show, watch. It's not my time to go yet. So can you do the same thing? Can you bring somebody? Then I will go to Mario. I will present a close for him. He already invited. I will present a close for him. And I will say, can you bring me one more? Let's go. I will do exactly the same thing that I did with Mario and Kostas. Tell, show, watch. Can you invite somebody? Excellent. I will present and close. Exactly the same process. Exactly the same process. Now, at some point, I will do the same process for everybody. At some point, as I'm building through, I will go and get Mario. He already did 80% of what I can do, you know? He already invited so many people. So now I can go to the next step. So when we say tell, show, watch, and go, we go where? I just said it. Where? To the next step. It doesn't mean go, okay? We go to the next step. It doesn't mean, okay, go, bye-bye, you work. No, go to the next step. What's the next step? Some of you say closing, some of you say presenting. Next step is closing, is not presenting. That's my philosophy. If I teach him how to present and he doesn't know how to close, he will lose thousands of people. It's the wrong, for me, this is what I'm using in the team, wrong duplication. I will never teach somebody how to present if he doesn't know how to close. I will never do that. He will do tens, hundreds of presentations and he will never close. I need to teach him how to close first. So this is a common mistake that people do. They know how to present, but they don't know how to close. I will teach him how to close. So I will use the same process. Tell, show, watch, go. I will tell him the rules. I will tell him how he closes. I will show him, I will do a role play, and I did in front of him. I already did that in front of him so many times. I will show him, and then I'm gonna watch him. So see what we are gonna do right now. So can you invite one more? Let's do it, very quick. Okay, now it's time for the presentation. What I'm going to do, he invited, I will present, and listen, after the presentation, I will shut up. When the presentation finished, I will shut up. It's his time to close. So maybe it's uncomfortable for him, but that's how I build duplication. I'm not gonna close. I'm not gonna close Attila. I'm gonna let Mario close Attila. So my responsibility now is to present. So I present and you close. That's my responsibility. What I'm doing with the rest of the people now, I'm building through. So for them, I'm presenting, I'm closing. For him, I'm presenting. For the rest, I present and I close. Can you get that? Is it clear? Please let me know. Is it clear? Excellent. So now, I already create some duplication. He's already becoming a closer. What I'm gonna do, I'll go through his team and see who is the next one who is inviting 80% like I'm inviting. Who is the next one that I can teach him how to close? So let's say that is Raluca. I will do exactly the same thing that I did with Mario. I'm going deep in his team. I'm not expecting him to train them. I'm training them. So I will teach her how to close and get me somebody. So you invite. So now what I'm going to do, I will present and she close. Can you understand that? Is it clear? Now, next step, I'm going back to Mario. I'm doing the same thing with all the members, but I'm going back to Mario and I'll say, hey, now you are a fantastic closer. I know that if I'm gonna teach you how to present, your job is gonna be much more easier. Are you willing to learn how to present? Watch very careful my question. Listen very careful. Are you willing to learn how to present? I believe it's gonna help you. If the answer is yes, I will use the same process. Tell, I will tell him how he presents. Show, I will show him. Watch. So next meeting, you invite somebody. Let's get somebody. Now, this is what I'm gonna do on our next meeting. I will get Nuno and I will ask him, hey, you will do the presentation, you will do the closing, I'm gonna sit next to you and you will use me for a story. I will say my story, you'll use me for a testimonial. This is all I'm gonna do. This is all I'm going to do on that meeting. So you invite, you present, you close, I share my story. Is that cool? Excellent. Now, if he's gonna do it 80% the way that I can do it, what am I gonna do? Go, exactly. Where? Next step. So before I'm gonna go to the next step, I will go through the team and I will see who else can I teach how to present? Who else is qualified to teach him how to present? So let's say that I'm talking to these people, okay? And they already know. Can you bring me one each? Can you bring me one each? Can you invite? So let's go and invite. Get some people on the stage. Let's go that way. So bring me some more people. Now the team is much more bigger. If the team is that size, it means that if I want to keep the momentum, I need to create some more presenters. I need to create some more presenters. As the team is getting bigger, if I want to keep the momentum and the duplication, I need to prioritize the creation of presenters. I need to have some more presenters. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to teach people how to present. Now, I'm building through. Did you see that? That I'm building through. Now it's time on a team of that size, close to 15 people, it's time to find somebody to build with. I need to find somebody to build with. So what I'm going to do, I know every single one of them. Did you notice that I know every single one of them? I either present or close every single one of them. So I talked with all of them. That's important for me. So if I talk with all of them, now I can see who's the one that is ethical, hard worker, coachable, and hungry. That's my characteristics, right? That's the characteristics I'm looking for. So I can see who's the one that I can work with. And let's say that the one that I can work with is my friend Agis, okay? Let's say that this is the one that is ethical, hungry, coachable, and hungry. That's the one that has the characteristics. What I'm going to do, I'm going to go to the next step with him. I will teach him how to do what I did. I will teach him how to train. I'm not going to teach how to train to everybody. I'm not going to teach them how to train people. And when I mean I'm going to teach him how to train, I don't mean I will teach him how to train in momentum, okay? I will teach him how to train one-on-one. So I will teach him how to teach people to invite. Can you get that? I will teach him how to teach people to close. I will teach him how to teach people to present. And if he can do 80% of what I can do, what am I going to do? Go to the next step. But before that, I will have a meeting with the whole team now. And I will say, hey guys, you work really hard. You are one of the fastest growing teams. And I'm so happy for you. And at that point, I will edify Agis more than others. Guys, I don't care who's the first one, okay? I care who's the leader. So I will edify Agis because he's the one who is hard worker. He's the one who's coachable more than any other. And I will say, hey, I'm impressed with your talent. I'm impressed how hard you work. You guys, you are very lucky that you have Agis in your team. He's one of the best presenters I ever saw. Wow. When he closed, he's 10 times better than I am. So listen to this. A leader needs to know when to step up, right? Do you agree? Let me tell you what some of you don't know. A leader needs to know when to step back. If you want to be a leader of leaders, you need to step back and let others step up. You cannot always be in front. If you want to build other teams, you need to step back and let Agis be bigger than you. That's a pain for some of you, but it's the truth. You need to step back. So now I will step back. I will say, hey, he's better closer than I am. He's better presenter than I am. He is. You are so lucky. You are so lucky being able to work with Agis. So now Agis will teach them how to get some people and go bring some more people. I want you to see something. I did that for a purpose. Guys, it took me time to create a team from 0 to 20, right? It took me time. I worked hard to create a team from 0 to 20. This is what we call create momentum. But from 20 to 40, it was much more easier when I found the leader. So when I found the leader and I stepped back, it was much more easier to go from 20 to 40. Sometimes it's not going to be from 20 to 40. It's not going to be from 0 to 20. It may be from 0 to 100. And then you are going to find the leader. And then you are going to build to it. Then you will step back. And the team will go from 100 to 200, much more faster than it went from 0 to 100. You need to know when to step up and build and when to step back. And now I'm going to teach them maybe the most important part of our business. I'm going to promote to them the next big event, and the people that I'm building with, I'm going to teach them how to become promoters. And I will tell you how to promote. Let's give it up for all the volunteers. Thank you, guys. Thank you. You can go down. Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
All right. You guys still with me? You guys still with me? Let me know in the chat. So I've got good news and bad news for you. The good news is you guys just got one of the most important trainings you'll ever see in your network marketing, multi-level marketing, direct sales, entrepreneurial careers. I believe that a lot of you, just with what you saw there, if you took notes, if you paid attention, you can make some adjustments in the way you're growing your in-cruises business that'll change your business forever. You'll be able to collapse time frames and you'll be able to grow faster, way faster, if you paid attention. That's the good news. The bad news is that's just part one. If you want to catch part two of my training, according to Stavros' training, which was a 7-figure income earner with World Ventures, had 500,000 people in his organization, 150 directs in year one, then you're gonna have to come back next week. And I wanna give you my thoughts, how we can apply this to your business, how we can help you grow your in-cruises business, how you can take your business to the next level. So ladies and gentlemen, I'm telling you, man, we're at the right place at the right time. For those of you who don't know, this month, the company is doing a fast start incentive where those of you that have never reached marketing director have the chance to become marketing directors this month and get a fast start award. If you do it this month, they're only doing it this month. And for those of you that are marketing directors and help promote a brand new marketing director, then if they keep it up next month, then you'll be getting that $500 fast start bonus. Only available to brand new people, and the company has said, you know what, we're gonna make it available to everyone. So ladies and gentlemen, man, I'd like to welcome you to the rest of your future, the rest of your career within cruises. You're at the right place at the right time. Please come back next Tuesday. I'm here if you need me, here if you have any questions, any doubts and concerns. I'm here to help you. I'm here to make sure that I earn 1% of your trust, or that you give me 1% of your trust, and let me earn the other 99%. Because as Michael says, if we build with people that are ethical, hungry, coachable, and they're hard workers, man, I'm telling you, and you keep it simple, you can build a business like you've never built before. So I want to thank you for being here. I look forward to seeing you on the cruises and the beaches of the world. Let's go, let's go, let's go.